Hello everyone, and welcome back to Art Journal Sunday Prompts. This week has been so weary for me. There's been lots going on, like personal stresses, as life will bring you. And the worst thing of all was the death of the student that went to Turner School. He got hit by the school bus, so the entire community just has this dark cloud over it, and you're so sad. And then you start thinking, what are my little stresses? What are they, compared to what those parents are dealing with, But, and I find whenever I am under a lot of duress or stress, I'm literally crippled by the stress. I can't move around. I don't want to eat. I can't really function. And no matter what I do, I know that it's not good. And it certainly isn't good for lupus to kind of keep all of that inside. So I'm going to art journal. And if I start to cry, I am sorry, but I have to let some of this out. You can probably hear it in my voice. So, the first thing I'm going to start with, I had some Plaster of Paris. I use this in when we are doing belly castings for expectant mummies. So I thought, I've never played with it in an art journaling capacity. I can't even talk, in an art journaling capacity. So I thought I'd cover up my page. I already cut the strips the right measurements. And so for the belly casting, all we do is we roll it up and dip it. I've got some warm water here. Then you kind of sort of squeeze out the excess water so there's not too much water. And then just place it on the page or the belly, depending on the circumstances. So the other day I was in this little store. We had to go there. Dan actually had to go pick something up for a girlfriend. And there was this book there. I wish I had bought it. I wanted to, and I thought, oh, no. And it said something about fighting on or still fight or carrying, And basically every little quote was, every time you're knocked down, get up and fight on. It's basically like carry on. Just no matter what, just keep carrying on. Keep on carrying on. But I do not know why it is so difficult for me. I think it's just a combination of so many things. There's so many things. But I do have to say that I do try throughout all of this, whenever this happens, to count my blessings. And one blessing is Richard. He is amazing. An amazing person and husband. He's just, he knows what I'm going through. He gets it, and he's just so supportive. So I am so truly blessed. And I know I'm not the only one that goes through this kind of stuff or is going through this. Life happens to everybody. You have family issues, you have health issues. Life happens, So, and I think part of it, I guess I'm feeling a little bit guilty about feeling stressed when such a tragic thing has happened. But I can't help it. It's just so weird. But anyway, we will work on this page, and maybe this will help. I certainly hope so. This feels really cool under your hands, and it dries fairly quickly. Meaning, not like acrylic paint would dry. It dries in about 10 minutes. So, I'm going to add the last little piece of it, and then I will come back after it's all dried. You can probably hear my candle in the background fluttering, because I do have my candle lit today with the intention of just hoping that nobody else is feeling this kind of duress and stress. I know there's people out there that feel this. They don't have anybody who cares or is there for them. But just know my intention is, if you are feeling like I'm feeling, I'm there for you. I understand. And yeah, this candle's coming right to the end of the candle. I understand. Maybe it's just burning so hard because it knows that I need me and whoever else. Can you hear it? Need it to burn hard for us today. So I'm just going to let this dry, and I will be back. Try and turn the camera off with all my gucky hands. So this stuff is still a little bit wet. It takes quite a while to dry, and I was using my heat gun as well to dry it, but it will get super hard like a cast. So I want to do what I want to do on it before it gets super hard. So I'm going to use some Tim Holtz masks. I've had these forever. This one is this big clock, and I'm just going to place it kind of here and over here. And if you'll notice here, this piece here, it didn't want to stay flat, so I like the way it's kind of curling down. And I haven't used my Distress inks in like forever and a day. I'm just opening up the case, so I want to play with them too. There's something so cathartic for me about leaving my hands dirty while I work. I don't know what it is. It just feels good to me. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this color. It's called Salty Ocean. Just pull this away from the tripod. My tripod's got paint all over. It's quite funny. So yeah, you know what they say, stress is a killer, but we got to get through it. That's life. It's just life. This is the race I'm in, and I can't just decide I'm gonna pull out just because life is a little stressful. So, and I honestly can say thank God for all of you who watch my videos. I mean, I know I don't have 8 million subscribers, and that's fine by me, because those that need to see me, or those that want to see me, see me, you know. And I so appreciate, if there were only 2 of you, I would still do them. I just so appreciate knowing somebody's at the other end of this, listening to what I have to say. And sometimes I can say things to you guys that I can't openly say to my family. It's kind of weird that way, but yeah. So look at how pretty those 2 clocks are. Isn't that nice? If you ever get a chance to pick up any of these masks, do so. They're just amazing, and they add such great background. Right now I'm just adding some blue, and then I'm going to change my colors in a second. And then I'm going to spritz it with some water. Now I think I'll get a really pretty, kind of grabbing whatever comes out. So the first one that came was Picked Raspberry. I have a feeling these 2 were in the same, when he was doing those limited edition. I think these 2 might have been in the same package. So I have this box that I keep all my different sponges in, so that all I have to do is just quickly switch them out like so. Okay, so I'll add some pink, and I can even add the pink over the clock image. It just looks so coolio, especially I'm sure when this all hardens and gets all grungy looking, you know. So I really hope nobody's going through any stressful times, but I know they are. But more importantly, I hope nobody is going through the kind of loss that that poor family had to go through. And those of you who don't watch my vlog, one of the little boys in Turner's classroom was hit by a school bus crossing the street with his dad, and he was killed instantly. It was devastating. This was on just Friday, and today's Sunday. So yeah, the entire community is just devastated by this. So I'm going to sprinkle some water. I've got water right here from when I did the thing with the casts. Let me just find a paintbrush. Oh, I know. I'll use a foam brush because then I can kind of blend it around too. I love distress ink when it gets wet. It looks quite neat. But I'm also going to try and blend some of these colors together just for my own liking. So here's how my page is turning out so far. I used vintage photo to kind of tone down some of the brightness, but it's just still to pow some of the colors. So I'm going to take some bubble wrap here, and I'm just going to take some white paint and use that as a little bit of a toner downer, I guess you can call it. So yeah, part of my stress and distress is I should have paid more attention to this. Know when to stop. Because I believe, not by any intention of my own, that I inadvertently hurt someone's feelings by doing something that I thought was kind. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should have just kind of left it alone, and yeah, that really hurts my heart that I hurt somebody else. So that's one of the things that's getting to me. It's amazing how much I'm opening up because I didn't think I would. And the other one is I have to go see a neurosurgeon at the end of the month about my nerve pain, and I don't think anybody wants to have neurosurgery. And my daughter might be looking at some surgery too. There's just a lot. Oops, I smushed it, but that's okay. Just a lot going on right now. You know, lots of stuff. But anyway, I ramble. So yeah, I'm just toning down some of these colors. You still get to see what you're doing underneath, but it just sort of softens it a little bit, except for this big blob that I just put there. But I think I will try to get up with a little piece, like blot it with some paper so it's not so much paint. Yeah, well, that'll work. Just scrape it off. You can always fix stuff, you know? There. I remember when my dad passed away, one of my co-workers when I was working at school said to me, you know, grief, I'm just thinking about that family now. Grief is something you have to go through. And she said it's almost like walking through hot coals to get to the other side that you have to get to. You know it's going to hurt, but you will get through it. And, you know, I wish I could tell them that, but I guess it's too soon. And I mean, I don't know them. I just know that he was a classmate of Turner's. But yeah, the whole school is devastated. And the poor principal of the school, her mother passed away a week ago Friday. So the car accident where the student passed away in front of her school, where he was killed right in front of her school, was exactly a week after her mother passed away. So I can't even begin to imagine what that poor, poor woman is going through. Like, I just have a very heavy, heavy, heavy heart for all of this, you know? It's just so, so sad. But, you know, we have to continue on our journey. We have to run our race and do the best, the very, very best we can. So that's kind of where I'm at with this page so far. I'm going to put my own personal journaling under this, like right here. And then I'm going to write my title here, and I'll see what else I want to do. So I'm just going to go get my big Sharpie pen. So if some of you know whenever I'm really distressed and stressed, I always turn to gospel music. And lately, Smokie Norful has just been soothing my soul beyond I can't even tell you. So I'm going to write the lyrics, some of the lyrics from one of his songs, and I hope I can write on this stuff. I've never tried. So I'm going to put I think I'll do it in lowercase. This is me very bumpy. Going to run this race and then over here I'm going to put nestled safely in amazing grace. So I wrote, it's kind of hard to write on this with this pen, but that's okay. It says, I'm going to run this race, nestled safely in amazing grace. I've made up my mind I'll run till I finish. And then I just put Smokie Norful there because that's whose words those are. So I want to add something here, some kind of dimensional something. So I was just looking through my stuff, and I bought these so long ago. And they were pop bottle cap. It said lime drink KL fizz. They were like 79 cents for 2 of them. So I'm going to remove the little limey fizzy thing. It'll come off quite easily. And then I've got these really pretty crocheted buttons that I'm going to replace that with. And I'm going to put this one probably here. And the other one over, this one has ribbon on it. Maybe I'll put it over here. Or I might even take the ribbon off. We shall see, and add new ribbon. So that's what I'm going to do. Glue them down and glue it down. So here is my finished page. And while it may not be visually that appealing for you looking through the camera, the texture of the Plaster of Paris just gives it such a neat, unique kind of a look. It's really, really cool. On the bottom here, I wanted my journaling to be kind of private on this page, so if you can see, I took the Tim Holtz stamp that I don't know the name of it, but it's the one that has this stamp, "Not all who wander are lost," and "The journey awakens the soul." In the background, I used a little text stamp that came with it. So I did that in Vintage Photo, and then this in Stays On ink over top, and then I grunged it all up. And to keep my journaling closed, I put Velcro here and on this side too. So my journaling is private for anybody that might be leafing through my book, you know. And then I've got these little baubles, and yeah. So we all have races that we have to run, and some days they're more difficult than others, you know. But we just have to carry on. So I've got the clocks in the background. They are representing my time, you know, our given slotted time here on this planet. So got one there and one there. And again, it says I'm going to finish this race, nestled safely in amazing grace. I've made up my mind I'll run till I finish. And not all who wander are lost, even if I feel that way today. And the journey awakens the soul, and it sure does. And again, I can't say enough to you guys for letting me vent, talk, express, share, whatever you want to call it today. So I hope you kind of like the page, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.